Hi friends, uh, good evening everyone. Today I am going to teach you the awareness on coronavirus. So what exactly coronavirus is and how far you need to be fear about it and how to tackle it is today's part. The first thing is the terminology of corona. The corona is a word origin from German, which mean that the virus is in the form of a hat. Hat means whatever you have a hat. That is the form of the virus. The next thing is whether it is a new virus. No. Already in the world, the virus is already reported in 2003 as well as in 2012. In 2003, it is reported as SARS. Later on in 2012, it is reported as MERS. Now, what is SARS and what is MERS? SARS is severe acute respiratory syndrome, and the next one is MERS is Middle East respiratory syndrome. Now, what exactly the corona is? The phylogenetically, this corona is a similar to SARS and MERS, which is originated from bats. So, the SARS is from bats, and 2012 is reported in camels. The SARS is reported in China, whereas MERS is reported in Dubai, Abu Dhabi. Now, whether corona kills everyone is a big question mark, and everybody is surprised regarding this. So corona affects everyone without any nepotism. It attacks children, it attacks adults, it affects old age people, and everyone without any sexual or any discrimination. However, the adverse effects of corona is against only those population which are severely affected. For example, patients with tuberculosis, patients with AIDS, as well as patients who have immunocompromised. What do you mean by immune compromised? Whose immune system is less competent for any attacks. Okay, now this corona spreads from person to person through droplets. What do you mean by droplets? If you have a patient in TB in your vicinity, the patient expels some droplets in space. So in a similar fashion, the corona is also spread through droplets, either by tears or by through sneezing or coughing or even surface contact. The viability of coronavirus on inanimate objects. What do you mean by inanimate objects? These are the surfaces onto which the virus spreads. Suppose now I am having a lecture. If I am a corona patient, so whatever the the virus which has spread into the atmosphere, which may fall onto any see on tables, on chairs, on books or on files, which will sustain for a period of 48 hours to 1 week, depends upon the surface to surface. If it falls on the mobile, it may survive up to 1 week. It falls up to on any tables. So that's why you need to be ensured that your surroundings are very clean. So regular sanitization and cleaning with the disinfectants, all the tables is very, very prime importance to treat yourself and the best of. The next part is whether you have any treatment for corona. Yes, you have a treatment for corona. That means all antiviral drugs which are available in the market can treat coronavirus. Suppose if you see the avian flu, what do you mean by avian flu? That is called bird flu, which arises from birds, which are already in market. So the drugs to treat swine flu as well as the bird flu, that is oseltamivir, as well as the anti-malarial agent, that is chloroquine, as well as all the antiviral drugs which are used for treatment of AIDS are also competent in treatment of corona, subjected that you should be immune sufficient. What does that mean? That the patients who will get coronavirus, their immunity itself will enough to target it to treat it. That means if your immunity is very best, the coronavirus symptoms will not also appear in you, and you will transfer from one person to another person through droplets or any other thing. So you will be a one transformer. However, the symptoms will not appear in you provided if your immune is competent enough. Suppose if you are immune deprived, that is if your immunity is compromised, the virus attacks you as well as the symptoms are affected in you and it will spreads in the same fashion. However, the latency period, the period at which the symptoms appear when the virus attacks, that is incubation period, is around 14 days. That's why whoever the patients who are coming from foreign in any countries, that is now it is called as global epidemic by WHO. So whoever the patients come from Middle East or Middle East or African countries, they have been quarantined for 14 days. That means they are separately observed whether there are any symptoms for the patients. If they are not having any symptoms till the 14 days, then they are released into their own homeland. If they are being identified as a corona suspects, then there will be a treatment of any antiviral drugs as well as by using oseltamivir or any other anti-AIDS as well as routine chloroquine. It is enough to treat you. Further, how to protect yourself against corona? See, in comparison with other swine flu or any other avian flu, bird flu or any influenza, the size of the protein of virus of coronavirus is very big. So that's why you need not require any N95 or any very costliest masks. A simple mask, which is a 3-layered mask, surgical mask, which is available in the market, which comes around 10 to 15 rupees, is the best practice because, however, the coronavirus is which heavier in particle size. So that means that it cannot penetrate into the 3-layered a 3-layered mask. So who requires masks? It's again a big question mark. A healthy person never requires a mask provided he is in the vicinity of a corona suspect. Suppose if you are in a family where you have a corona patient and you are identifying him as a corona suspect and you are quarantining him for about some 14 days. That means you need to wear a mask that is N95 to protect yourself from that corona. If you are in vicinity of healthy persons and you do not require a mask, only the patients who are having coronavirus in their body require a mask so that the droplets cannot circulate with others. Now, how much is the distance the droplets pass? As I already told you, the coronavirus is heavier in nature. It cannot pass more than 1 meter. So you should keep yourself a distance of 1 meter from the other person, and you should regularly clean your hands with your sanitizer or soap. And the best thing is the soap solution is the best part in cleaning your hands rather than the normal sanitizer. So suppose if you go to any market and if you found that sanitizers are costly in nature, you need not bother. Get some Dettol or Savlon, mix with some alcohol or any spirit. At the same time, you can mix other any flavored things with aloe vera or any mint solution with your spirit, and your sanitizer is ready. Or you get some spirit from the market, mix simple soap solution or phenol solution, and your sanitizer is ready. It is very cheaper, and do not impose high amount of your budget onto sanitizers. And simple thing is, you need not purchase any masks provided if your surroundings is or with healthy persons, and need not be panic because this coronavirus is from bats. Even if you have any non-veg food, chicken, mutton, fish, you have no chance of spreading this coronavirus. The only thing is the coronavirus came from bats through person to person as well as spillover. What do you mean by spillover? Spillover is the thing which is transferred. The major suspicion from China is the spillover is generally from bats to human beings, from human being to another human being. So the main suspect of coronavirus is from bats. So from bats to humans and human to human. This is the general transferring phenomena or pathway of transfer of the virus from one person to another person. So even if you are having symptoms, you can transfer the virus. Even if you do not have symptoms, you can transfer the virus from one person to another person. So If you are healthy, you do not require mask first thing, and you do not require any costliest sanitizer. Simple soap solution is the best, and regular washing of your hands, and keep cleaning the surroundings clean, and having food only cooked or prepared in the home is the best solution for corona. And handling, and do not be panic. In India there are so many antiviral drugs, because in a day most of the patients die because of AIDS or anything other than corona. As well as road accidents in India, daily more than thousands of people die because of road accidents. So the number of people die by corona is less, and only those people in India, there are only 2 deaths till date. One is in Kalaburgi of Karnataka, the second is in Delhi. If you identify these 2 patients, the age of these 2 patients is more than 65, and because when you are more than 65, your lungs are almost all weak, and your immune system is almost all weak, and these 2 patients are all having already the previous history of asthma or TB or any other things. Then only these 2 patients have been died, and the one patient who is in Hyderabad is already treated and already released, and he's in his home. How he's been treated? Simple, with antiviral drugs as well as chloroquine as well as oseltamivir has treated him, and he is now healthy. So do not be panic, do not spread rumors, do not forward anything in the social media. Only thing is, keep clean, wash your hands daily with soap water as well as any disinfectant, and better use Dettol, and keep your surroundings clean. Do not make waterlogged. These are the general fundamentals which we practice daily. So if you practice more, and you will be safe enough from corona. Thank you. Have a healthy day. Jai Hind.